The episode starts with Kuhu is thinking about Kunal words at their wedding night and gets upset. She thinks only because of Kunal I became so mad that I did such a nonsense thing. Jasmeet comes to her and asks her what she is doing in the kitchen. Kuhu says she is making a medicine for Mishti. Jasmeet tells her that all of them are aware of her equation with Mishti and she doesn't need to pretend anything. Kuhu finds talking to her useless and she went from there with the medicine. She comes to her room where Rishtey is standing beside Mishti and Mishti gets happy to see everybody is taking care of her. She tells that she is doing fine now and all of them don't need to get so much concerned about her. Kuhu gives Rishtey the medicine when Mishti receives a call from Abir. She answers the call when Abir asks her about her health. She is about to answer when Rishtey snatched the phone from her hand and switched it off. Vishwamhar also comes there to ask about Mishti's health. Rishtey complains to him that today's generation can't stay a minute without their phone and behaves like a maniac. Vishwamhar tells Mishti that watching the phone screen for long can exhaust her eyes and currently she needs to take rest, so for that time being there is no phone, no television and no laptop. Mishti gets worried as she wants to talk to Abir and let him know that she is fine. Rishtey leaves the room and Kuhu sits beside Mishti and says she will leave the house soon. Mishti tells her that this is her own house and she doesn't need to give an explanation to anybody about her stay in the house. Kuhu understands and feel guilty about her actions in the morning and think in mind that she will never repeat this ever in her life. Abir tries to talk to Mishti and for that, she gives free calls to Maheshwari house pretending as Mishti's friend. Rishtey picks up the call and has to get up saying that Mishti is resting as she had a minor accident. Abir takes another attempt but that also goes in vain. Kunal comes to Maheshwari house to pick up Kuhu. There he had an argument with her and he blames her for telling him lies about her not liking Mishti. Kuhu tries to explain her side but Kunal turns deaf to her words. She takes the key from his hand and drives the car alone while Kunal thinks that he needs to take a cab to go back home. Mishti secretly goes out of Maheshwari house to meet Abir. Whereas Abir also comes to Maheshwari house to meet Mishti and get assured that she is fine. He finds nobody in the bed of Mishti's bedroom while on the other hand, Jugnu spots a thief in Abir's room while going there to keep food for Abir. He calls Abir to inform about it and maybe tell him that don't do anything until he comes back. Abir understands that there is only Mishti in his room. He comes back home and made some excuses to send an Avyashpal Jugnu and Koshal out of his room. Mishti and Abir spend some nice moments with each other. He opens his closet and gets Mishti out of it. Mishti playfully informs him that she has a habit to enter in his room in such a way even before as well. Abir gets to understand that some days ago who entered in his room and left his sandal is none other than Mishti. He drags Mishti to his bed and both fall on each other and shares an intense eye lock. Precap, Mishti spots Kunal and Kuhu are sleeping separately. Meenakshi is coming towards Abir room and Mishti and Abir get tensed.